The original plan was to come here just for a couple of months and to test it out and get a feel for whether or not it was somewhere where I could live or not. And I think it's very important for anyone who is planning to relocate to at least just go there first and maybe for a couple of weeks or a month, get a feel for the place itself to see if it is somewhere where you can actually live long term, because there's nothing worse than moving somewhere where you've never been before, committing long term to whether it be accommodation or a job, whatever else it might be, and then realizing you absolutely hate the place. Because I must say, Dubai, even though in my opinion I think it's a great place, it certainly is not for everyone. I think my first experience of being here during Ramadan, it was quite strict. They put covers over all the restaurants and the cafes. It was very disrespectful to drink or eat in public and so on. But now, because there's just so many tourists here and they still want to make this place appealing for the tourists, a lot of those rules and restrictions have kind of been eased. And during Ramadan, it doesn't feel anywhere near as strict or as quiet as it used to be a couple of years ago. So I think Dubai is probably going to go down that path of just being a lot more Western and more relaxed when it comes to those laws and so on. But what I do notice is that when I go to other places outside of Dubai, so if I go to Sharjah or Abu Dhabi, it is a lot more conservative, and you definitely notice that you are in a Muslim country when you go to those places. The quality of life overall is very high in Dubai. And one thing which is very noticeable is this place, without doubt, is one of the safest places I've ever been to. I've never seen any violence. There's very little theft. There's no stabbings, no murders, and you can go around wearing some very expensive jewelry and nobody even bats an eyelid. You can leave your car unlocked, you can leave your apartment unlocked. I don't advise that you do that, but I was surprised how many people just leave their doors unlocked when they leave. You know, it's just not a normal thing for people to rob and steal here, which is great. And particularly for women, people walking around late at night, there's just no danger of anything bad happening. It's a very, very safe place, and it's a very stark contrast to when I was living in London. A lot of times in London, there were certain areas I went to, or certain times of the day where I just wouldn't really like to be outside because of the concern of being robbed or mugged. I saw a lot of violence in London, and I think the situation's got even worse now. You can't even walk around wearing nice things. You know, you're just going to get stabbed or robbed for like a nice watch, which is a shame, really. And I don't know why that's the case, but maybe it's down to the fact that the police are just not really respected, particularly in the UK. Here, the police are respected and they're almost feared in a sense. Like, you just don't mess with the police here, and you don't break the law. If you do, you pay the price. Nobody wants to go to a prison here in the UAE. What the guys at the top say, that goes. And if they don't like you, then, you know, the situation is not going to be good for you.